Thanks for joining us. So a look at our starters for Orlando. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. And it's Isaac in at the 5, down low. And for Denver, the combo up front is Porter Jr. and the Joker. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at small forward. And how much fun is it to watch these guys move the basketball, Clark?
Well, they've got two main ingredients. One, you've got to have a system that demands unselfishness, and then you need players that are willing to play unselfishly, and they've got both of those things.
Pass to Porter. Back to Jokic. 5 on the clock. And he drives in, and he gets it to go.
You know, Jokic is so hard to guard and screen and rolls. He's versatile and unpredictable, two of his greatest strengths.
Banchero with a screen on Murray. The kick out to Banchero. Misses the 3.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Now let's send it over to Ali LaForce, who was able to talk with Michael Malone.
I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and Coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
And Ali, thanks. With lots of prime seasons ahead of him, Clark, Nikola Jokic already has multiple MVPs and a championship.
It is an incredible resume already, that's for sure, B.A. I think he's got a chance to get into that top 10, maybe top 5 all-time conversation. But he's special, and what a joy to watch. Never seems to be overexerting himself, but he's making impact at both ends of the floor. He's extremely special as a basketball player.
Now here's Murray. And stolen by Suggs.
A sloppy pass. Have to be more precise than that.
Poke loose. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Outside Porter. Inside. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3-second violation. Magic ball.
The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Suggs. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Suggs showing you some major bounce right there. He went way upstairs on that one.
Murray passes to Jokic. Here's Brown. He's covered by Caldwell-Pope. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. They'll pin that one on Jonathan Isaac. Denver shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Both good from the line that time. Well, after a decade of uncertainty, Magic fans now have a lot to cheer about.
This is the most optimism they've had around the team since the Dwight Howard era. And it centers around their young star, Paolo Banchero. He is going to be a force for a very long time.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Jokic. Outside Watson. Here's Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Now Porter. That shot missing. Great D that time from Banchero. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Wagner. Outside, Caldwell-Pope. Banchero outside. Wagner finds Banchero. From down in the low post, it goes.
I mean, 6'10", about 250. Banchero imposing his will inside.
Here's Brown. He's covered by Caldwell-Pope. Brown, shot is good. Brown's got 7.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Suggs. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Now here's Jokic. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
There's just no stopping Jokic on the inside.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. And Carroll with a screen on Murray. Here's Suggs. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And, you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Brown. The Magic making their last shot. And that one is hammered home.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Orlando with the ball. Denver getting their last shot to go. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his first.
He'll go on Michael Porter.
Exactly. Defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And he makes both free throws.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Here's Watson. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Orlando ahead. They lead by 2. And we'll be back short. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
In the early goings, their effort level has been exceptional. They're speeding around the defense and opening up options with good penetration.
And, you know, in no time at all, they've also started finding points inside, already taking apart that interior defense.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. On the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Jonathan Isaac is out there with Paolo Banchero. And it's Suggs in a point. The Nuggets trail. You know, Clark, something Kentavious Caldwell-Pope brings, that championship experience.
And every championship team has a guy like KCP, a guy who can make shots, who's always there, ultra reliable, plays both ends, doesn't step out of his role, and all he does is help you win championships. I love watching guys like that contribute in a meaningful way to championship teams. And he's a fun guy to watch because he does his job at a high level pretty much every night.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. Banchero the screen. Wagner the pass to Banchero. From deep. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Jokic the screen. And here's Porter outside. And another miss by Denver. Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Suggs against Murray. And Carroll with a screen on Murray. Here's Suggs. Ooh, he's been flawless tonight. Now he's 6 for 6.
So tough trying to slow down Suggs, especially when he gets it going, because he's persistent and relentless.
Jokic with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Brown passes to Porter. This one for 3. Pure from 3-point range. Porter's got his first 3 points of the game.
A true sniper from long range. Porter Jr. with a nice stroke on that shot.
The three from Suggs. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7, showing no signs of letting up. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Again, Porter missing.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And Carroll with a screen on Murray. Here's Suggs. It's picked off. And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break.
2 minutes.
On the wing, Murray. Outside Watson. Pass to Porter. Wagner against Murray. Porter with a screen on Wagner. And then Porter with the dunk.
Porter Jr. showing off the versatility, setting the screen that time before rolling for the hoop.
Suggs against Murray. And Carroll with a screen on Murray. And Carroll outside. Porter with the steal. A minute 20 left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Watson. Now Jokic. Back to Watson. Shot clock at 6. Jokic against Isaac. Fires it from 18. And it's Jokic missing.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Pass to Porter. The three is up. Caldwell Pope pulls it in. Magic leading by 4. And here's Suggs. And Carroll passes to Suggs. Denver grabs the miss. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Jokic with a screen on Caldwell Pope. To the middle. Throw it down, Nikola.
Really rock-solid decision-making from Murray, assessing the situation and then making the precise pass at the right time.
Here's Suggs. 16 points for him. And Carroll the screen. Porter with the steal. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Magic out in front, leading by just 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Jalen Suggs with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Slicing up the defense, living in the lane. Terrific first half for him.
Well, you know what, guys? My question is this. Who's he going to posterize in this half? You know, we've already gotten a number of filthy dunks out of him.
They've got Aaron Gordon. He's out there with Dario Saric. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Strother in at the 2. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Michael Malone. Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, B.A. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
Westbrook taking his time here. Jordan up top. And he comes up with a bucket.
Jordan really relishes playing through contact and converting, showing you just how strong he is and a good level of concentration, too.
Here's Black. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Clark, it's been great to see the Nuggets as a perennial powerhouse these past few years.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get a guy like Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's a game changer, and what a joy to watch. Took a long time for them to finally get to the place where they could win that first title, but usually teams don't become champions overnight. It's a process. Now everybody's scared of him.
Jordan, the screen. Here's Strother. They get it back. Here's the second effort. Jordan misses. Magic leading by 3. Here's Black. Pass to Bataze. Wagner outside. Back to Bataze. Bataze with a screen. Here's Black. Some solid defense from Jordan. For Denver, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Gordon, the pass to Westbrook. Screen by Gordon. Westbrook with the miss.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
This Magic team is making moves in the East. Star forward Paulo Banchero said, we're a lot more competitive. We know we're talented. We can play with anybody, and we've proven it. Just one game at a time. Brian?
Got to take that simple approach. A team on the rise, Allie. Thank you. Jordan finds Westbrook. Jordan with a screen on Anthony. Here's Westbrook, and he sinks the 11-footer. Westbrook's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, it looks to me like he can get this shot anytime he wants. I mean, so confident, so poised, always under control.
On the take, shot's good by Black. And the Magic lead by 6.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Throws it up high. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Magic.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
And here's Anthony. He'll bring it up for Orlando. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. 1:44 left in the third quarter here. Wagner outside. Pass to Black. Just 5 to shoot. Wagner with a screen. The 3. It's hauled in by Saric.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Gordon with a screen on Anthony. Anthony against Westbrook. Jordan with it. Jordan the screen. Shot on the wing. And the shot falls short that time. Magic leading by 6. 1:02 left in the third quarter of the game. Wagner outside. Oh, a big finish on that one.
And I think it's time to put multiple bodies on him.
Orlando shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just 1 or 2 guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
The Nuggets have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Pass to Saric. That's tipped. 32 seconds left in the third. Here's Black. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Nuggets trail by 9. Here's Jordan.
You know, Jordan's size is part of the reason why he draws as many fouls as he does. They just have a tough time getting through his body without fouling.
Denver shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. 15 seconds left in the third. And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
Baker.
11 seconds left in the third. Out to the right wing. The three from Banchero. Ooh, Banchero with the touch from deep.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Magic up 9. And coming up as soon as we... And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So for Orlando right now, Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. The backcourt is Suggs and Caldwell-Pope, and it's Isaac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Takes the three. A nice shot by Watson. Watson's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Banchero with a screen on Murray. Suggs. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Tell you what, off the drive, Suggs vertical, really something to behold. Good luck trying to stop this guy when he comes at you like that.
Jokic against Isaac. Jokic passes to Brown. Clock at 6. Jokic with a screen on Caldwell-Pope. The Nuggets need to get one up. There's the triple. And it's Jokic missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Banchero the screen. The three from Suggs. Rebounded by Denver. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Porter's shot is off.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
And it's Wagner off the drive. The open shot, Isaac. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now. Porter from outside. It's hauled in by Isaac. Isaac's got his 4th rebound in this one. Orlando leading by 8. Banchero with a screen on Murray. Suggs, the pass to Banchero. Back to Suggs. Up top, Banchero. The Magic need to put one up here. Over Murray. Orlando again missing. Denver has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Outside Porter. Pass to Brown. Over Wagner. Orlando with the rebound. Isaac's got 5 rebounds in the game. Suggs surveys the D. The kick out to Banchero. Wagner with a screen. Over Murray. And it's Wagner missing.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Here's Jokic. And again, it's Denver missing. And Suggs has got the ball here for Orlando. Down low. The steal. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. And here's Porter outside. They kick it out to Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside. Here's Jokic. In the paint. Jokic going off.
I don't know if this is one of Jokic's preferred spots, but his smooth stroke allows him to cash in from anywhere.
Banchero with a screen on Murray. It's Suggs with a drive. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
Here's Jokic. Again, Jokic missing. Magic leading by 8. Suggs outside. On the wing, Isaac. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. The shot. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, Very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
40 seconds left to play in the fourth. Orlando with the ball. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. And the Magic lead by 11.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
The shot by Brown, no good. Here's Orlando. They lead by 11, largest margin of the game. Picked by Isaac. Caldwell Pope for three. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Hey, the form, the release, everything in sync and lined up. Fun watching Caldwell Pope shoot the ball like this.
So no problem for Orlando as they get the win. Boy, a nice win on the road.
And I'm paper break. This might seem like a potential blow. But anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now Golden State's starting five. The post pair for them. It's Green and Looney. Curry is out there with Gary Payton II. And it's Butler in at the three, the small forward. Now Curry. Following the miss by Michael Porter from deep. From deep three-point land, Curry can't get it to go. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. Porter a screen on Butler. Watson kicks to Jokic. Pass to Brown. Jokic a screen. Watson with it. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Brown. From outside, off the mark. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. Curry's shot is good.
Well, the moment that ball went through on the other end, you could see Steph wanting the ball back, and of course he did it. That's the answer.
Pass to Watson. Back to Porter. Denver needs to get off the shot. Good on the triple.
You got to be aware of Murray there. You just know he's aiming to get payback with a triple.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I briefly spoke with Michael Malone, and we talked about facing off against Jimmy Butler. The coach said, you have to compete. No one in the league plays harder than Jimmy. He's a guy who gives his all on both ends, so you can't take one possession off. Jimmy Butler, truly a two-way star. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Oh, Jokic attacking the rim and brings it down hard.
Green with a screen on Murray. Curry against Murray. Porter pulls it in. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Watson finds Jokic. Back to Watson. Green against Porter. Back to Watson. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Outside for Murray. No good from outside. Warriors trail by 4. Just to Curry. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. For 3. The Warriors keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. Connects from 3-point range. Curry's got 6.
A good strategy here from the coaching staff. Put the ball in Curry's hands and see what happens. Usually ends up being pretty good.
Porter against Green. Porter dishes to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And appreciation for Jamal Murray and his athleticism getting all the way up there.
And the basket by Curry. 8 points for him.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Brown. Guarded by Curry. Jokic passes to Brown. Back to Jokic. The tray. It's good from long range.
Exceptional playmaking there from Jokic, just seeing the gap.
And here is Curry from deep. No good on that one. He's off on that one. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 4. And don't go away. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
It feels like the three-point line has opened up really early in this one, too. They've been looking confident from behind the arc, but there's a lot of attempts going up.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. The post pair for them. It's Green and Looney. Payton is out there with Curry, and it's Butler in at the small forward. Here's Brown, guarded by Curry.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, is probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but you know they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun." You know, our kids' bedtime routines are important. It's the final symbol for a job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. G.A., what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Pass to Brown. Now here's Murray. And it's Jokic in the corner. Ring shot on the way. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got the lead up to 6 now for the Nuggets.
And how about Jokic just barely getting that one off as the shot clock was winding down.
Three-pointer, Butler. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. And Jokic throws it down.
And nice to see Michael Porter Jr. making the decision to share some of the offensive load and not force it.
Here's Curry with the 3. And the Warriors miss again. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Jokic passes to Porter. In the corner, Murray with it. Pass to Jokic. Porter with the screen for Jokic. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Curry with it. He's got 12. Puts up a deep 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Brown. Guarded by Curry. Fires the 3. Brown's shot is off. Warriors trail by 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure. Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. And Brent, you hear some players now having their shooting motion analyzed with optical recognition. More data for the shot doctors.
Well, Kevin, information is one thing, but disseminating that information and being able to communicate that to a player is really where the rubber meets the road. How are you going to help him grow with that kind of analysis?
Porter double team. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball call.
Jokic passes to Watson. Back to Jokic. Right wing. Shot clock at 6. And Looney sends it down.
Well, nice defense from Looney, able to totally upset the shot because of his positioning.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Warriors trail by 6. Here's Kuminga. And Kuminga throws it down.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Outside Jordan. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Chanchar. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Strother. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Strother's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the... Oh!
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Westbrook surveying the D. Jordan with a screen on heel. And Westbrook gets it to go.
And Russell shot that one with confidence, something he does not lack.
Pass to Kuminga. And he converts the layup. Kuminga's got 6 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And so it's Denver with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
We've got DeAndre Jordan Russell Westbrook out there with Gordon, and it's Junshar in at the power forward. That's the group for Michael Malone getting going here in the second half. And there's the foul. It'll go on Moses Moody. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Strother.
And a nice defensive sequence there by Hield. Not a natural lockdown defender, but he's a competitor.
Pass to Kuminga. Just 5 on the clock. For the tie. And another 3 for Golden State.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
All right, Brent, quickly. First thing that comes to your mind when you think of Jonathan Kuminga.
Physicality, Kevin. I mean, this guy is so dominant athletically that Jonathan Kuminga is a presence out on the floor. If he continues to put himself into situations where he can put his body on guys and play fearlessly, his game is going to continue to grow.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a cliche, but the Nuggets certainly have strong values. Coach Michael Malone says open and honest conversation. That's the best way to have a real team. We talk about family a lot in our locker room. Families don't always get along, but they have to communicate. All the guys that are willing to speak up, that's invaluable. Kevin?
Can't put a price on it, David. Thank you.
Buddy does such a great job of preparing his shot even before he gets the ball.
Here's Strother, covered by Hield. Junshar, the pass to Gordon. Pachinski grabs the board.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Hield with the bucket.
Wow, Hield has a beautiful release on his shot right there, just barely off of his fingertips and buttery soft.
The offensive rebound. Pass to Strother. Shoots the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Strother's got 6 points.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got a shadow out there.
And Kuminga throws it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
There's the pick. Pass to Westbrook. Gordon inside. Defended by Moody. And that one's good. Junshar.
Good job reading the floor. Aaron Gordon solid at sensing when someone's open.
Here's Kuminga. And they'll get another chance. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Denver's on 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Great open look there. Now it's a 3-point Nugget lead.
Many times you don't like that shot selection, but sometimes when you're just feeling it in transition, when no one's on you, great shot there.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for Denver. Pass to Strother. A three-pointer off the mark. Warriors have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Back to Pajemski. There's the screen. Here's Post. Sinks the triple. Post has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Here's Pajemski. No scoring in this one. Here's Kuminga. Now, here's Moody. Defended by Gordon. And a miss there on the triple. Nuggets have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Here's Podziemski. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it up. And a chance right now to show you our state Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Setting the floor for the Warriors. The post pair for them. It's Green and Looney. Stephen Curry's out there with Gary Payton II. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot. Here's Curry. They kick it out to Green. Payton outside. He takes it in. And the Warriors get it back. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
He can score on you in bunches. Curry doing it all in this one.
Payton against Murray. And stolen by Butler. And they're pushing it up. Here's Green. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Green's got the lead up to 4 now for the Warriors.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
Watson the screen. Pass to Brown. Shot clock at 5. And finished off by Porter.
And Porter has such great athleticism, able to get up and throw it down.
Here's Butler. Butler with the bucket down low.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Right side, Porter. Misses the 3. Warriors leading by 4. Curry looking around. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor. And there's the foul that goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game.
Team foul.
For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And it's Gary Payton II with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Golden State on D. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. There's Porter with the 3. Porter can't get that one to fall. Warriors have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Butler. Thrown down by Butler.
Jimmy's such a well-conditioned athlete, using that vertical he has to get up and throw it down.
Porter against Butler. Porter kicks to Murray. Back to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Well, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
The shot by Butler. Nobody around. No good with the triple. The Nuggets trail by 6. And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
2 minutes
The quarter
remaining.
keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Watson. And Watson slams it in.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a team this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Credit them for not settling. I mean, they've been in attack mode off the dribble all game long, and thus far, it's paying off.
You want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
Nice move. Here's Brown. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one. Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Jokic with his screen on Curry. Down low. Shakes him. And Jokic will just torch you inside.
He's simply staying aggressive right now, and Jokic is ready to shoot at the biggest moments.
They kick it out to Green. Offline with his three. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
14 foul.
Here is Porter. A three ball. It counts. And that shot brings them to within just one.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
Curry, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
The nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
As big a basket as that was, the free throw probably even bigger. Now you've got a two-possession lead all of a sudden.
Here's Brown. Guarded by Curry. Back to Jokic. 6 to shoot. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And stolen by Watson.
Jimmy Butler. That's his second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
Jamal Murray.
And so Murray nails both of them.
And that makes it a one-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possession.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Man, it took forever for them to commit that foul. I don't know why they didn't do it right away. Those are precious seconds.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Jokic sets the screen for Porter. Over Green. And again, Denver no good. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. Much appreciated, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our...
get into the half-court stand. They like to play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore, but it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possessions.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the small forward position. Now here's Curry. And stolen by Suggs. And the Magic pushing it up now. And he lobs it up top. Curry with a steal. Here's Payton. They get it again. Pass to Looney. And here's Butler. Looney the screen. And he hits the jumper for two.
What's the saying? 80% of success is just showing up. And guess what? Butler shows up every night.
And Carroll with a screen on Curry. Caldwell Pope against Curry. Now Wagner. And stolen by Green. First quarter, just over a minute played. The three from Curry. Counted from distance.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's three ball is falling. That's how good he is.
Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
And the Warriors with possession here. Orlando making their last shot. Suggs against Curry. And he's off from 17.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
And Carroll finds Caldwell Pope. The kick out to Banchero. Wagner outside. And stolen by Green. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. And here's Butler outside. Another three for Golden State. And breaking down some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing. Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Wagner on the wing. Green covering. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Looney, a screen on Suggs. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Here's Suggs. He's got 5. Outside, Caldwell Pope.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left in the first quarter here. Suggs outside. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Caldwell Pope. For 3. Looney grabs a miss. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Franz Wagner.
At any point in the game, buckets will push the action and make something happen.
And, Coach, when we get to the playoffs, Jimmy Butler plays his best basketball.
Well, Brian, look, it's tangible. You see his numbers go up in the postseason. Butler's been the #1 option on multiple finals teams. That puts him in rare company.
Wagner for 3. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. But Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, B.A., from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And how about the leaping ability of Suggs? getting off the floor with such ease.
Curry against Suggs. Outside Curry. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Wagner.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Banchero finds Wagner. Now Suggs. Back to Wagner. The Magic need to put one up here. Caldwell Pope for three. No good that time. Green with the defensive effort. Here's Curry. That shot off. Oh, and a fast break for the Magic. For three, Caldwell Pope knocks it down from distance.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Orlando ahead, up 5. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
And so in the game for the Warriors. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Stephen Curry is out there with Gary Payton II, and it's Butler in at the small forward position. Oh, Curry doing what he does best.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Suggs. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
And not wasting any time here. Suggs is quick on the draw off the catch.
Curry looking it over. Lets the three fly. Outside for Green. From the arc. Green able to hit from three.
One of the primary ways Green helps this offense, operating as a stretch big.
Kicks it out to Wagner. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Curry. Looney with the ball. Back to Curry. Looney, a screen on Suggs. 6 to shoot. Here's Curry. No good. A bit long that time. Orlando has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions. Those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
Outside Butler. Green, a screen. Oh, look at Green, get his inside.
We know Green prefers to work up close. He loves getting those high percentage looks.
Caldwell Pope against Curry. Caldwell Pope with a drive, and it's in there. Caldwell Pope's got 7. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Payton against Caldwell Pope. Now here's Payton. Defense is right there. Drops in the layup for 2.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Caldwell Pope, the pass to Wagner. Back to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Suggs. Oh, stolen by Payton. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. And here's Butler outside. A minute 53 left in the first half of this game. Payton passes to Butler. On the attack, JB.
When Butler is cleared for takeoff, just get off the runway.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. Let's go with a three. Looney grabs a miss. Looney's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Curry. Pass to Looney. Caldwell Pope against Curry. Shot clock at 5. Looney, a screen on Caldwell Pope. And here's Curry for 3. Orlando with the rebound. Wagner's got 4 rebounds now. Wagner outside. Drops in the 3. Wagner's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Butler taking his time here. Pass to Green. 3-pointer. Again, the miss by Butler. 2-for-1 opportunity here.
Hey, if I'm in their shoes, I go for it.
Wagner outside. Van Carroll finds Suggs. Van Carroll the screen. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Curry. Wow, Curry takes the hit and finishes inside.
And I'll tell you, we see Curry working on his balance all the time. Well, I'll tell you what, it paid off on that challenging play.
And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul of the game. 12 seconds left in the second period. Here's Black. Isaac outside. Here's Batase. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Jalen Suggs with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Jonathan Isaac is out there with Goga Batase. Then it's Cole Anthony, and it's De Silva in at the 3 spot. So that's who Jamal Mosley starts the second half with. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as he can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Outside Pajemski. Pass to post. 5 to shoot. And the Warriors with another 3.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
And Anthony slams it in.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
Basket counts.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
The Warriors have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Outside heel. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Outside Kuminga. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Batase.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
There's the block. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Kuminga. Orlando with the ball. Here's Isaac. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Possessions that end with close looks, especially for guys like Isaac, those are key to winning games.
Healed on the wing. The three. Orlando grabs the miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's De Silva, defended by Pajemski. There's a screen. Here's Anthony. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It goes on Brandon Pajemski.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Grant, when you talk about consistency in officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials. And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Black. Isaac finds Anthony. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Anthony's got 6.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
They set the pick. Outside Pajemski. Pass to Kuminga. Cranes the triple.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And the foul called on Buddy Hield. That's his first foul of the game. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Anthony right side. Offensive board. Batadze, the pass to Anthony. Back to Batadze. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Black. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Warriors trail by 3. Here's Pajemski. And the Warriors with another 3.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
52 seconds left in the third quarter. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And you have to love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, put so much pressure on the defense.
And it's Hield missing. For Orlando, they've gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. Orlando shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he drops the first. And he can't hit the second. Warriors trail by 3. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw misses. Suggs is checked in for Black. He hits the second from the line. And for the Magic, they're shooting an efficient 64%. Excellent. Now here's Suggs, defended by Pajemski. It's Suggs with a drive. Outside, Caldwell Pope. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Magic out in front, up 2. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for Golden State to start the 4th. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. And And it's Butler in at the 3. Wagner with it. Green picks him up. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Curry from deep three-point land. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Yeah, the sweet-looking jumper of Steph. It just looks so pure coming out of his hands.
Suggs, the pass to Wagner. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. Here's Suggs. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Clock at 4. An easy 2 on the layup.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. They trail by 3. Outside for Butler. Green with a screen on Wagner. The shot by Butler, no good. Orlando leading by 3. Wagner up top. He's covered by Curry. Back to Wagner. And yep, it's good. Wagner's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Green with a screen on Suggs. Curry from deep three-point land. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
And Carroll against Looney. Wagner with a screen. Lets it fly. And Carroll no good.
No wonder he's been off the mark. He's been hanging in the background, somewhat uninvolved tonight.
Looney the screen. The 3 from Curry. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And it's almost like Curry's motor never stops running. This is what forces defenders to overcommit.
Good on the second one. And he makes all 3.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Orlando leading. Outside, Caldwell Pope. Offline with a 3. The Warriors have gone 1 of 4 since the 4th quarter began. Looney, a screen on Suggs to take the lead. Curry rises up and hits the 3.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
Kicks it out to Wagner. The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance. Wagner's got 7 now in this quarter.
And they retake the lead with a bounce-back 3.
Curry against Suggs. Now here's Curry. Tight defense on him. Outside Butler. Green with a screen on Suggs. And here's Butler outside. And the Warriors with another 3.
This is Jimmy Buckets at his best. Rising to a challenge and delivering for his team.
Up top, Caldwell Pope driving in. Curry with the block. To the paint. Here's Looney. Looney through contact. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And defensively, they're speeding them up, forcing mistakes and continuing to come up with steals.
Curry against Suggs. Back to Curry. Looney, a screen on Banchero. Money!
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Hauled in by Curry.
Okay, that's how you stop a dunk. The defender brings the interference in a big way.
And here are the Magic now. Wagner for 3. Wagner with a screen on Curry. For three, Caldwell Pope. And he sinks it. Oh, a tremendous three. We're tied.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And stolen by Suggs. And the Magic pushing it up now. Yes!
And that could really be the game-changing moment.
I agree. What a turn of events.
That might be the play of the game.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
So the Magic win it. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. And it's Jokic in at the center position. And for the Magic, in the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards, and it's Isaac in at the center. Here's Suggs, and Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
And Greg, the way Orlando ended last season, that's really fueled their fire for this year.
Yeah, I mean, a tough loss to Cleveland in Game 7 of the opening round, but it's hard to win in this league without first incurring some battle scars.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. When it comes to Jamal Murray, coach said it's crucial to make sure his defense doesn't slack off on him. He said Murray is a microwave scorer who can get hot in a real hurry. Our guys know they have to talk with one another out there, help each other out. Communication is key. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Jokic with a screen on Banchero. The shot's good.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Now, here's Suggs. Defense is right there. Wagner kicks to Banchero. Hands it from downtown.
He's got a nice fluid motion on his long-range shots. I think Banchero will be a consistent three-point shooter at the NBA level.
Porter against Wagner. Back to Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from the wing. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Boy, nice read by Porter Jr. that time, scanning the floor and getting his teammates involved.
And here is Suggs. Kicks it out to Banchero. Back to Suggs. Denver grabs the miss. Nikola Jokic, Clark, is as skilled a big as we have seen. And when he has the ball, he can really affect the opposition.
Yeah, he's such a great passer, and he's got tremendous size. I mean, people forget because he's pretty nimble and agile that he's, right at 7 feet. He's all 7'1" with really long arms. So he's a problem just from the size standpoint. Then you factor in his otherworldly skills as a passer, as a shot maker, as a basketball player. And now you've got something that's as unique as we've seen in, I think, the history of the game.
Suggs in the corner. Oh, offensive interference.
The score will not count.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Banchero, a screen for Suggs. Kicks it out to Banchero. Back to Suggs. Good on the shot.
Hey, you can see that former football player mentality and history on display with Suggs. He is fearless.
Brown, the pass to Gordon. Murray looking around. And again, Denver no good. And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. Caldwell Pope for 3. It's hauled in by Jokic. The Nuggets trail by 7. Porter finds Gordon. From deep, Jokic hits the three-point bomb.
What's really cool about Jokic is that he's just as effective working off the ball. He's ready to shoot when he catches it.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Banchero, right side. Caldwell Pope with the screen on Gordon. Stolen by Gordon. And An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Porter kicks to Murray. Pass to Jokic. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Isaac touched it last.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Gordon with the screen for Porter from past the arc. And again, Denver with the triple.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
1 second left. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Isaac in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Magic. Mark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Banchero kicks to Suggs. Offensive rebound. Another shot. And finished off by Wagner.
Wagner able to bounce to the rack and throw it down, and he'll do so just about any time he has the opportunity.
Outside Porter. Here's Brown. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. To the paint. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Gordon so agile in the screen and roll. Exceptional at getting position in these sets.
Driving to the basket.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Inside. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And Jokic throws it down.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Nuggets are an example of how you build a contender from the ground up. Coach Michael Malone says, I'm hoping we can be a blueprint for a lot of young teams, young coaches, and young GMs. Be patient. Let it build the right way, bring in the right kind of people, and you never know what's going to happen. Kevin?
Well, David, you've just triggered a lot of thoughts here. But doing it that way, to me, feels the right way. And a lot of fun to watch their success. And we thank you for the report. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. 5 on the clock. They're outside. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Gordon. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Well, you've got to give Gordon the ball when he's down inside. I mean, he can really score it in there.
Here's Suggs. Good on the three-point shot. Suggs has got 11 points.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And a whole new lineup here for the Nuggets. Pass to Watson. To the middle. It's stolen by Banchero. Over Westbrook. Banchero finds Suggs. Here's Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
Hard not to love the combo of speed and length on Isaac. That gives him a chance to give you some serious throwdowns.
Jordan the pass to Watson. Jordan a screen on Wagner. The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando.
You know, Jordan, to me, is one of the more reliable bigs in the league. He takes a lot of punishment and rarely takes a night off.
Good on the bucket. Wagner's got the lead up to 8 now for the Magic.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
Now, here's Watson. Here's Strother. Drills it from outside. Strother's got himself on the board with 3 there. And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Big round of applause for the 407.
Here's Black. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Magic out in front. They lead by 5. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Nice game, notable performance by Jalen Suggs.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up, be physical with him.
Second half is underway. Here's who Michael Malone's got on the floor. We got DeAndre Jordan. Aiden Watson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Strother in at the 2-guard spot. And that one's good. Wagner.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
And Clark Cole Anthony is some kind of scorer when he gets hot.
Yeah, he's really special when he gets it going. He can beat you by himself. That's how good he is. He's a little mercurial, up and down, volatile a bit, but I tell you what, I like what he gives you when he's playing at his best.
Jacks up a 3. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Especially on the 3-point attempt. I mean, you have to defend that shot without fouling. Now you give a guy 3 free throws.
And he makes all 3. Magic leading by 5. To the inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Having a scorer's mindset, but Anthony also has to keep others involved. That's a really good pass
there. Here's Watson, still yet to score. Pass to Chunchard. There's the pick. Fires for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. That one goes in. Black's got 4 points this quarter.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Screen by Jordan. Strother, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Shooting for Denver, Strother. At the line for one. The play will be reviewed.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Clock at 6. The Magic need to get a shot off here. There's the three.
Orlando foul. Black. First personal foul. Second team foul.
The Nuggets trail by 4. Now Westbrook. Still scoreless. Kicks it out to Jordan. Back to Westbrook. Here's Strother. Three-pointer. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Anthony finds Wagner. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Wagner's got 7.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Jordan the screen. Watson for 3. The putback is no good. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Orlando Magic. 6-point lead. Wagner outside. Pass to Black. Here's Vitadze. Back to Black. Lets the 3 fly. Sinks the three-pointer. And it's a 9-point Magic lead.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
And here is Jordan. In the corner, it's Westbrook. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Wagner's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's De Silva. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And that one's good. Chanchar's got his first points in this one.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Wagner has screen on Westbrook. Anthony kicks to Wagner. Back to Anthony. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Pass to Chanchar. Out to the wing. Westbrook with it. Defended now by Wagner. And finished off by Westbrook.
Boy, that time Russell Westbrook going for the spectacular with a little extra pizzazz.
To the left wing. Here's Black. He has 7. And Wagner has it in the corner. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Wagner's got 9. And so it's the Orlando Magic in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Sliding in at the wing, we'll see Caldwell Pope and Wagner. Banchero out there with Jonathan Isaac. And it's Suggs in at the point. That's who's out there for Orlando. Gordon with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Brown the pass to Murray. From the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic. Wagner's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Banchero. And stolen by Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And the shot is good.
Oh, I tell you what, Jamal Murray's so good at rocking his defender to sleep as he's setting up that pull-up jumper.
Suggs kicks to Caldwell Pope. Nailed from three-point land. And the Magic lead by 12.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Yes, that goes in. Suggs has got the lead up to 12 now for the Magic.
So tough trying to slow down Suggs, especially when he gets it going, because he's persistent and relentless.
Gordon dishes to Porter. Over Banchero. Porter finds Gordon. Here's Brown. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Brown's shot is off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Wagner, a screen on Jokic. That's good from Wagner on the assist from Suggs. 6 points for Franz Wagner. Jokic sets the screen for Porter. There's the triple. Rebound by the Magic. Isaac's got his 4th rebound in this one. Wagner on the wing. Isaac a screen on Porter. And that one is good.
Well, you know, Wagner's a pretty consistent shooter, and given opportunities, he'll make the most of them.
Jokic a screen. Launches a 3. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero. 1:52 left in the 4th. Jokic passes to Porter. Beyond the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
A true sniper from long range. Porter Jr. with a nice stroke on that shot.
Suggs with the ball. Out guarded by Murray. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. The Nuggets trail by 13. Jokic, that's a 2-pointer. Outside for Murray. And again, Denver with the triple.
Look at how instant Murray's shooting can be. Gets the pass, plants the feet, and drills it.
Isaac. No good with the layup.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Pass to Jokic. Jokic sets the screen for Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Well, when you've got Porter's length, this is what you can do. It makes it easy to get to the rim for the throwdown.
Takes it inside. Jokic with the steal. Porter against Wagner. Porter passes to Brown. To the wing on the left. Suggs against Jokic. 5 to shoot. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Caldwell Pope outside. And Wagner has it in the corner. They get a hand on it. Here's Denver now. Good momentum, 8 straight points. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Porter, no luck. Banchero outside. The 3. No good that time. So the Magic win it. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it may
starting.
Battle of the big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
A look at the starting group here for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Porter in at the 3 spot.
And fouling Gordon won't necessarily stop him from scoring. He's not afraid to get physical with opponents.
Remember when people were questioning whether the Warriors were truly a dynasty, RJ?
I do, and that was erased for good with that championship run in 2022. I still think that is Steph's most important championship. That title cemented them as one of the all-time great teams of the last 50 years.
Now here's Porter from outside the arc. Rebounded by Green.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And here's Kuminga for 3. Rebounded by Denver.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Brown. The shot no good. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Now Curry. Puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried.
Even a half-court shot is a good shot for Curry. That's how good of a shooter he is.
Shot is good by Gordon. Gordon's got 5 points.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Curry, he got a piece of it.
And Porter Jr.'s teammates and coaches love when he hustles. When he does, he makes an impact on D.
And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Just over a minute and a half in. Gordon outside. Green against Jokic. Back to Gordon. Jokic the screen. Gordon the pass to Jokic. Over Green. And there's Jokic on the assist by Gordon.
And Jokic doesn't get a lot of lift on his shot, but he doesn't need it. I mean, he is money in the mid-range.
Now here's Curry. A deep 3. Gordon pulls it in. Pass to Jokic. Over Green. That one's wide left.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume. Oh, this is Gordon at his best, flying through the air and hammering home alley-oops with a little style.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Curry. He's got 6. Jacks up a 3. And the three-pointer goes. Curry's got 9 points.
When Curry gets a look that's good, he is automatic. There is almost no stopping him.
Butler passes to Curry from deep. Curry with another miss. On the break. Gordon with it. Now guarded by Curry. Back to Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, the vertical Gordon has is phenomenal. So why settle for the layup when you can just slam it down?
Kuminga with a screen on Murray. Curry with another miss. Denver in the lead. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. Down low. And the dunk by Jokic.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Butler against Porter. Butler passes to Kuminga. Here's the pick. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You got to focus on the details.
2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
Murray from outside. He buries it from 3.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
Green with a screen on Murray. Curry with it, and Jokic picks him up defensively.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
It's his first trip to the line. And so Curry nails both of them.
For a star like him, you get lots of opportunities at the line, and he's great at cashing them in.
The Nuggets lead by 5. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Gordon finds Jokic. Here's Brown. He's covered by Curry. It's Jokic, high post. Working on Green. Just 5 to shoot. Good. Jokic has got 6 points.
You want to run your offense through him. A reliable scoring option.
The 3 from Curry. And that's not going to go. The baskets were coming early and often in the first quarter. It's And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nuggets.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
On the court for the Nuggets. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Murray. 7-point game, biggest lead so far. Count the basket. He's got 5.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Butler against Jokic. Jimmy Butler, a vicious finish.
Oh, a fearless finish from a fearless player. Jimmy making some noise.
Well, Richard, with the relocations and the floor he covers, Curry is still an anomaly with his conditioning.
Oh, he's got an off-season program that would make other NBA stars tap out, including myself. His conditioning is amongst the best of all time. It wears on you as a defender.
Now here's Murray. 5 points in the game. Fires the 3. The shot by Brown, no good. Warriors trail by 9. Green with a screen on Murray. Murray against Curry. Gordon with a steal. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Porter against Butler. Porter with a screen on Green. Here's Jokic. Oh!
Nice finish.
Man, big time right there.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Curry from deep three-point land. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Gordon with it. Kuminga defends. Jokic passes to Gordon. Outside Porter. Gordon finds Porter. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And this is how you execute through contact. Porter Jr. outworking the defense in style.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. And the Nuggets going with a whole new group out there. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. All right, I don't want to make you feel too old here, RJ, but you did get drafted back in 2001. What's the biggest change to the game, you think?
Oh, I think without a doubt the physicality and the three ball. Teams are not as physical and they shoot a lot more threes. When I came in, they were barely shooting them. Now that's all that matters.
Jordan, the pass to Chancharm. Jordan, the screen. The three ball. He gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Oh, Kuminga, just a menace inside.
An absolute superb facilitator because Curry is such a lights-out shooter, it opens up passing lanes for him.
Pass to Strother. Back to Westbrook. Pulls up, high post. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Curry passes to Payton. Back to Curry. Green with a screen on Westbrook. Lets it go from deep. Oh, Curry, a sick triple.
Yeah, most of the time you assume Curry's three ball is falling. That's how good he is.
Pass to Strother. Now here's Westbrook. Here's Jordan. Back to Westbrook. The Nuggets need to get one up from downtown. Strother, no good. Warriors trail by 8. Outside Curry. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And it's a completely new group here for the Warriors. Now here's Westbrook. He's scoreless. Strother, no good. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Moody on the wing. Outside heel. 4-3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Outside Watson. Pass to Chancharm. Back to Watson. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And that'll do it for the first half of play. All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
We've got Kevon Looney. Buddy Hield is out there with Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Moody, and it's Post in at power forward. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. Hield has bounced around for a while now, but he's still a deadly shooter, Richard.
Hield is the definition of a shooter for hire. He's a mercenary. When he's on the floor, he's looking to pull up from deep. That's what he's paid to do. He's been an elite shooter his whole career.
Now here's Moody. No made baskets yet. Pass to Looney. Outside Pajemski. There's the 3. Post shot, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now Westbrook. Here's Strother. Launches it. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And if you're just joining us, we played just over a minute here in the third. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of skill deficiencies. Brian, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. Here's Strother. Outside Watson. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Now here's Podziemski. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Denver leading by 8. Here's Chanchar. Jordan, the screen. And there's the lob. It's stolen. And here they come. Podziemski with it. He's picked up by Westbrook. Back to Podziemski. Left side Moody. Here's the 3. Ooh, the smooth 3 from Moody.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Strother. Clock at 6. Pass to Jordan. Got a hand on it. Outside heel. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Podziemski. Out to heel. Here's Post. Outside heel. Fires for 3. The shot comes out. The Nuggets lead by 5. Pass to Jordan. Outside Watson. Beyond the arc. 1:29 left in the third quarter. Here's Westbrook. And Westbrook slams it home.
This guy can put you in a spin cycle faster than anybody. Westbrook out here just breaking ankles.
That one drops for him. Post has got his first points of the game.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Here's Strother, guarded by Hield. Pass to Watson. Now here's Jordan. Back to Watson. Launches a 3. Connects from downtown. Watson's got 8 points here in the quarter.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
Podziemski with it. Guarded now by Watson. From behind the arc. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Watson. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And it's Westbrook with the ball for the Nuggets. Puts up a 3. Jordan, the pass to Watson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Moses Moody. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
It's stolen by Green. And here's Kuminga for 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Denver earning this break in the action. Up 10. Getting
Dub Nation.
Fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Denver leading by 10. On the court for Denver, Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the center position. Now here's Gordon. And here's Porter outside. And they call an illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Kuminga with a screen on Murray. And here's Curry for three. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Brown. Sends it home from three-point land. Brown's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Payton against Murray. Pass to Jokic. Outside Porter. Just 4 to shoot. The Warriors pull it in. Payton with it. Checked by Murray. And here's Butler outside. The rebound by Murray. Denver leading by 13. Takes a 3. Pass to Porter. Fires the 3. Kept alive. Here's Brown. From outside the arc. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 16.
The court awareness on full display. Jokic is such a unique big man.
Denver has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. From downtown. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 0 for 3 in this fourth. Not good. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Nails it from 3.
Defensively, you have to be aware of Curry in that second.
Here's Gordon. There's the drive. Pass to Brown. Goes back up. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
He took the contact and had an opportunity to drain it.
The first free throw is good.
At the line for 2.
Hits both from the stripe. Here's Curry. Butler with the ball. Jacks up a 3. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 9 rebounds now. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Yep, that one goes.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
And it's Butler off the drive. And it's Butler with the jam.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Porter against Payton. There's the 3. And Michael Porter hits from deep.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
The Nuggets lead by 18. Gordon, the pass to Jokic. From deep 3-point range. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. And here's Butler outside. Jimmy buckets with the tray.
Nice shot from Butler, making himself a threat from downtown.
Pass to Murray. Back to Jokic. Over Green. Warriors with the rebound. Kuminga's got a rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Nuggets.
You can score without sharing the ball, but it can be a whole lot easier when guys are assisting one another.
Yeah, they were very patient. They were also unselfish, and ultimately, that's why they were so efficient.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Nikola Jokic.
And what effort he had on the boards, displaying some great fight, willing to battle down low.
So it's Denver now, following the score by Golden State. Oh, it's stolen by Butler, and they're on the break. Outside for Green. Second chance effort. Here he goes, and it's hammered home by Green.
From Jonathan
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Jokic. To the middle. Out to Gordon. Now here's Jokic. Green covering. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, it's blocked by Green. They get it back. Murray from outside. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
basketball.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The 3 ball. Curry's shot is off. Murray against Curry. And Murray launches it from deep. And so it's Denver with the W. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it.
some NBA basketball. A look at the Magic starting group. Both on the floor at the 3 and 5. It's the Wagner brothers, Franz and Mo. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Banchero in at the 4. And for the Warriors, the post pair for them, it's Green and Looney. Curry is out there with Gary Payton II. And it's Butler in at the small forward. Now, here's Payton. Back to Curry, just 5 on the clock. Green with a screen on Suggs. Orlando grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
You know, Greg, so often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce and really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Here's Suggs following the basket by Stephen Curry. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Pass to Looney. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Shot's good by Green.
Draymond Green imposing his will and now making threes. This spells trouble with a capital T.
To the left side wing. Caldwell Pope against Curry. Caldwell Pope kicks to Suggs. Back to Caldwell Pope. Shoots over Curry. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Now, sprinting down the floor is the key to a great fast break, and Steph putting on the afterburners there.
Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46 and 36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Now Curry, after the missed 3 from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Count it.
Kept moving, never took his eye off the hoop. Caldwell Pope, the grinder of a bucket.
Curry looking around. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Green with the screen on Wagner.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Payton in the quarter. Shot clock at 5. And it's Wagner with the rebound. The Magic trail by 3. Wagner outside. Wagner as screen on Butler. And it's Wagner missing. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for Golden State. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. No good on the 3. Orlando's gone. Just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. For 3, Caldwell Pope drops in the tray. Caldwell Pope's got 8 points.
Well, Caldwell Pope at the ready. He was totally prepared to take that one.
Butler on the way. He's defended by Wagner. There's a screen. Here's the 3. And that one's good by Butler.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitors.
They're both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Golden State's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Now Curry. He has 5. With the drive. What a terrific move that was. 7 points in the game.
I mean, he is so lethal on the drive. Once Curry knifes inside, there's little you can do to stop him.
Caldwell Pope for 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Suggs with the steal by himself, and Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Here's Curry. He has 7. No good on the quick 3. Wagner outside. Takes a 3. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Here's Payton. And Payton throws it down.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Here's Banchero. And it's off from 3-point range. And so it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope making highlights for the Orlando Magic. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
The post pair for him. It's Green and Looney. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. And stolen by Payton. Launches it. And it's Suggs with the rebound.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Caldwell Pope for 3. And it's Looney with the rebound. Warriors trail by 3. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. And Jimmy Butler put together, Brent, one of the all-time playoff runs, leading the Heat to the finals in 2023.
Yeah, you don't want to live in or dwell on the past, but man, Miami being the 8th seed that year, Kevin, and with Jimmy putting up 38 a game in that first round against the Bucks. The guy earned the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals. What a run.
The Warriors shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. And it's Butler missing.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Here's Suggs, and Suggs throws it down.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero, and that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Butler sets a screen for Green. Pass to Curry. Five on the clock. Looney kicks to Curry. And here is Green. Green with a screen for Butler. Shoots over Wagner. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Butler. Orlando's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Curry against Caldwell Pope. Shoots over Curry. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. Last season, the Magic extended Coach DeMar Mosley's contract through 2028. He said, it's not about me. I just want each one of these guys to reach their full potential. This game has been good to all of us. I want to be part of maximizing how great they can be on and off the court. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Payton, that's good. The NBA scoring explosion, Brent, hasn't slowed down. We're getting record-setting offenses, it seems like, every single season.
Yeah, Kevin, lots of factors going into that. Obviously, more three-pointers being taken and figuring out the math of the game. But let's give credit to the players and the work that they're doing in the off-season in terms of getting better with their skill to be able to shoot that basketball and seek out the most efficient shot on the court.
So it's the Warriors now, following the bucket by Orlando. Curry against Suggs. And Curry drives in for the basket.
On the offensive end, Curry both prolific and efficient.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. Banchero a screen on Curry. Caldwell Pope finds Banchero. Takes the three. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. 1:12 left here in the second. Three-pointer, Butler. Rebound by the Magic. Banchero's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And it's Gary Payton II with the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
.103 left to play here in the second quarter. Here he goes. Butler against Banchero. Wagner with a screen for Banchero. Wagner passes to Suggs. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Wagner. Over Butler. And it's Wagner missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Pass to Curry. Here's Looney. Now here's Green. Outside Curry. For the three. Curry. What else is new?
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Curry always finds a way. This time inside.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
And so we conclude the first half. The Warriors on top as they end the second. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. They've got Cole Anthony, also Black out there, and it's Wagner in at the 4 spot.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Three-pointer Hield, and another 3 for Golden State.
What a gifted shooter. Hield is especially dangerous from the corner.
Black the pass to Bitadze. Here's Black, covered by Hield.
Warriors foul. Post. First personal foul. First team foul.
Stolen. The Warriors, another fast break opportunity here. And the slam by Moody.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
De Silva with the bucket.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
Lays it up and banks it in. Kuminga's got his first points of the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another. Now, that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Pass to Podziemski. Outside Kuminga. 4 on the clock. Here's Post. Got a piece of it, and they'll keep possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now here's Anthony. He's defended by Pajemski.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
The Magic trail by 8. Pass to Bitadze. Wagner from long range. The rebound by Post. Golden State's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says, with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees. So the experiment is a success.
A huge success, DA. Thank you.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Pass to Moody. Back to Pajemski. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Offside, Kuminga. Shot clock at 6. Healed outside. Kuminga sets a screen for Heal. Fires from deep. Orlando grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Wagner against Kuminga.
And it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
In for the Magic, Paolo Banchero.
34 seconds left to play in the third.
Jalen Suggs.
Caldwell Pope against Hield. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Warriors leading by 12. Pass to Pajemski. Into the lane. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Post. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Golden State Warriors enjoying a 12-point lead. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Kuminga out there with Moody. Then it's Hield. Then there's Brendan Pajemski. And it's Post in its second.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Wagner as screen on Payton. Kicks it out to Wagner. Drills the three-pointer.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Green with a screen for Payton. Pass to Curry. The 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Banchero's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here's Wagner, defended by Butler. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Wagner.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Looney kicks to Curry. They set the pick. Oh, Curry dropping it right in.
Those floaters, boy, they really demoralize the defense. Here's the thing, Steph knows it.
Out left to the wing. Magic moving the ball around. Caldwell Pope wishes to Suggs. Wagner has screen on Peyton. Suggs finds Caldwell Pope. Wagner from long range. That shot is off, coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6. Back to Curry from outside the arc. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
Wagner has screen on Curry. Wagner passes to Caldwell Pope. Suggs with the ball. And stolen by Peyton. Releases. Offensive rebound. Looney passes to Peyton. Back to Looney. Just 4 to shoot. Butler from outside. Looney kicks to Green. Pass to Peyton.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
A three-pointer, no good. And here's Banchero. They'll bring it up for the Magic. It's a 14-point game. And it's Wagner missing. Golden State's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Rebound by Paolo Banchero.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
I like the extension there from Draymond Green reaching out and timing that one.
1:37 left to play here in the fourth. Caldwell Pope for 3. Hits it from three-point range.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
Warriors leading by 11. Outside Curry. Just 5 to shoot. There's a good screen. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Suggs in the corner. 58 seconds left to play in the final quarter. There's Wagner with the 3. Warriors with the rebound. They're led by as many as 14 points.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Warriors.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Stephen Curry.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Curry with it. From deep three-point territory, off target. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
State.